IronTrap Garage. Today we went on a little picking adventure, you can call it. We went to an estate sale down in Maryland. Fortunately, we didn't really film anything there. It's kind of awkward filming at an estate sale and auction. It's kind of awkward and odd. So we went and picked up some stuff, as you can see. We got a couple Model 8 grills behind us. So we're on the way home. The guy had a crazy huge collection at some point. He obviously scaled it down before the auction, but there was a ton of stuff, like just things to put a car together. That's mainly what we bought, like a lot of shackles, kingpins, that kind of general stuff to put our many projects together. But we do have a couple surprises that we'll show you when we get back to Matt's house. Some things to unload. They're quite heavy. It's either rusty junk or it's heavy as shit.
Yeah,
so
I only buy heavy stuff.
Yeah, heavy stuff.
Or it's light because it's so fucking rusty.
So we got like a 2-hour ride home, so we're gonna get back to his place, unload some stuff, show you guys what we picked up. We did pretty decent. It wasn't a steal in any sort, but we got a pretty decent amount of stuff for the price that we paid. So we'll finish up this drive. I'm gonna take a nap because I've been up for 24 hours straight while Matt drives. So we will see you guys back at the shop and show off some of the goodies.
So, we came for Model 8 parts. I left with a giant goddarn anvil.
A 300-pound anvil, not just any anvil, 300-pound anvil.
Well, we got to do it. I mean, I got a monster English wheel. If
it's not rusty, it's heavy as shit. Those are Matt's rules. That's the only two things.
So I saw, again, we were at an auction, so there was a preview photos, and they shot a photo of this as they were pulling it out of the barn, the estate it came from, and I was like, man, that thing's awesome. So after some peer pressure from some of the old Ford guys that were there that we see around at different events, they kind of peer pressured me into buying it. I wasn't that serious when we showed up, but the more I looked at it, I hit it with a hammer. One thing to check, if you are looking to buy an old anvil, if it doesn't ring, it's cracked and it's a dead anvil. So in the world of anvils, it's not great. It kind of decreases the value and it makes it not work as well. So that's a good anvil. We did some research with the internet real quick. I just wanted an anvil. I didn't necessarily want this specific one, but it's a Peter Wright of England anvil. After doing some searching on the internet, we found it's around the 1915 anvil. And again, we did the calculations from some numbers on it. It's about 300 pounds, which is awesome.
It feels like 300 pounds. It's 100% accurate.
We took Mike's truck and his tailgate. His truck's lifted a little bit, and the tailgate's a bit higher, and I'm short. Mike's pretty tall, but when we were trying to get up on the tailgate, we were dropping our nuts. It
became a 3-man job. Yeah. We got about halfway there, and
the guy rushed over.
Yeah, he was like, "Whoa!" and helped us get it up. So
he saw us struggling. But the other bonus was, again, this estate was a guy that's a lifelong Model A, early Ford restoration guy, and he was using this. Well, he made this nice little handy attachment for the swage that he made all these cool nothing real real mind-blowing, but it's pretty neat. He has all this stuff that you can use on there to work on it. He probably had his stump a little bit lower, so.
Or he's taller like me,
Yeah,
like Matt.
he's tall, and I'll be working at over my head. So we got a bunch of these cool little attachments. This one works a lot better.
And there's a couple dollies in there that he welded posts on as well.
So this is perfect. This is awesome. So I'm going to do some cleaning up. We'll probably do a video in the future on tools that don't suck. We'll go over this and try and get the top surface and the horn cleaned up so I can start using it. But yeah, this was the score of the day for me. It wasn't cheap.
It wasn't cheap, but I had a pretty good score too. I picked up a oxyacetylene torch set that I've been wanting for. I've just been lazy and haven't looked for one, but I paid $100 with 2 bottles. I haven't checked to see if they have gas in them yet, but it was a Victor torch set with a rosebud, a cutting torch, and then it had an older welding torch.
Yeah, I think you had 2 welding torches. You had the
Right.
Victor welding torch, which had bigger tips,
Yeah.
and it came with a really neat older. It might have been a Smith or something. Small torch for doing sheet metal. It had real small tips. It's like a really kick-ass size.
And it came with like 10 tips.
Yeah.
There was a ton.
And then you got your a nice old cutting torch, and
And a card too. It was
Yeah.
$100. Best deal I paid all day. It was well worth the auction.
yeah. And when Mike was thinking about buying it, we knew the price was going to go up a little bit, but I reminded him those old torches you can't beat an old Victor torch. I mean, it's pretty much the best.
And there was a bunch of junk in front of it when we looked at it, and we only saw the rosebud. So after I bought it, I like wheeled it over to our pile, and I was like, holy crap, look at all this stuff tied to it. I'm like,
Yeah.
this actually turned out to be a decent deal.
Yeah. He did pretty well.
Yeah, we both did. It was well worth the 2-hour drive down and back. So.
Yeah, so that was a good little trip, and you never know what you're going to find in an auction or what you're going to buy. And we didn't buy a ton of Model A stuff today that was mind blowing, but we got a lot of really good supplies for putting cars together. Stuff like tie rods, drag links, spring perches, shackles, all kinds of stuff that it seems like half the cars in the shop are missing like parts for the spring, and it's like we're like carefully rolling them around so the spring doesn't pop out of the cross member. So we can hook all that up. We got a crap ton of tie rods.
That was probably the best deal of the whole day. We spent $5 on like 30 tie rods.
Yeah, and they all have the nice adjustable ball and socket like a Model A would have on the tie rods, and when I like to use them, we showed it on the free tee when we did the drag link for the cow steering. I used those ends on it, and it makes it really nice and adjustable. You can put the ball on it from an old Pitman arm or buy a reproduction ball for it, and it gives it that nice early look. So I wanted a bunch of those because we're going to actually follow that theme on the free tee, and we're going to put some of them on the wishbones as well, and it should be pretty cool. So it was a perfect time to score this. So good day.
Yes, trip well done. Hopefully we'll have some more for you guys this summer, as Matt and I are both going to a couple different larger swap meets and events and that kind of stuff. So hopefully we'll have a few more of these videos for you guys as the season begins.
Yeah, so if you guys like seeing these videos doing swap meets and picking and auctions and seeing what we find, definitely drop us a comment. We like to see that you guys like this stuff and you like it as an addition to doing the actual builds of these cars, seeing us find the parts. So that's all we got, guys. Thanks. Catch you later.